love and marriage, they go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Hello dear 8th graders, my name is Marina Hadžiomerović. I come from Medvedgrad Primary School in Zagreb and I will be your teacher today. Today's topic is entitled Love and Marriage. So, after today's lesson, you will understand a short text and a dialogue by listening and reading. You will add short question tags at the end of positive and negative statements. And finally, you will write a short dialogue inviting somebody on a date. Ready? Let's begin. You need a notebook, a pen or a pencil, and a device with internet connection, your mobile phone, tablet, or PC. This is Patricia. She is our lead person today. And we will need some new words as well. To propose means zaprositi, a bridesmaid means djeveruša, and pushy means nametljiva, nasrtljiva. So, Patricia is Jolene's friend. You have Jolene and Tim in the picture as well. And Patricia is asking all sorts of questions. Listen. Dear Jolene, you're in love with Tim, aren't you? But he doesn't know that, does he? You won't tell him, will you? You met him at Maura's party last year, didn't you? He was still married then, wasn't he? They got divorced 2 months ago, didn't they? They don't have any children, do they? You haven't been dating long, have you? You can invite Tim to meet your parents, can't you? He must also meet your brother Bob, mustn't he? You wouldn't say no if Tim proposes, would you? He likes children, doesn't he? You're thinking of having children, aren't you? You should choose me as one of your bridesmaids, shouldn't you? I'm being too pushy, aren't I? Of course she is. So, these short questions at the end of these sentences are called question tags, like in the game of tag. So you're interested to hear what they are, aren't you? A question tag is a short question at the end of a statement, which can be positive or negative, usually used to ask for agreement or confirmation. They are very common in English. They mean, is that correct? Or do you agree? So here, dear Jolene, you are in love with Tim, which is a positive statement. We need a negative question tag, aren't you? So we have doesn't and does. This one is a little bit more difficult. Won't is short for will not and will. And this one is the most difficult. We don't have a helping verb here, met, the simple past tense, so we need the helping word didn't. Was becomes wasn't. Got, again, didn't. Don't, do. Haven't, have. Can becomes can't or can't in American English. Must becomes mustn't. Be careful with the silent D. Wouldn't becomes would. This one is also a little bit more difficult. Likes, just the main verb, and the ending S in the third person singular, so we need doesn't. Are becomes aren't. Should becomes shouldn't. And the last one is also very difficult. I'm being too pushy. It's not, am I not? It's, aren't I? And it usually comes in our English competitions. Okay, so here, after listening and reading the text about Patricia asking Jolene some questions, decide whether A, B, or C is correct. You can write it into your notebooks and pause the video, of course. And here come the answers. Jolene's friend Patricia is B, assertive. It means the same as pushy. Jolene has got a brother. And Tim is divorced. They speak about his ex-wife. As for the sentence stress, the sentence intonation, if you already know the answer, the intonation of the question tag goes down. If you don't know the answer, or if you are not sure, the intonation goes up. In the question tag, the helping verb, with the exception of the main verb to be, is repeated, but it changes into the opposite form. So here are the rules. A negative statement has a positive question tag, like they can't swim, can they? Which is easier because in all negative statements we have helping verbs already. If the sentence or the statement is positive, then we use a negative question tag. Your favorite color is yellow, isn't it? And of course, these are the most difficult examples because there is no helping verb in the present simple and the past simple. So we need to call the helping verb do, does, and did to help us. They become don't, doesn't, and didn't. Okay, now over to you. Here's a conversation between Tim and Jolene, who meet at the bus stop. Listen to the dialogue and fill in the missing question tags.
Hi Tim, you are going to work?
Yes, and you?
I'm going to the hairdresser's.
Then we have to go somewhere to show off your new hairdo.
What do you have in mind?
Let's go to the cinema on Saturday evening, shall we?
What's on?
I know you love adventure films with a touch of romance.
How nice you've remembered. Why don't we go dancing instead? It's even more romantic.
That's a good idea. A new rock club opened a week ago close to my place. Shall I pick you up at 9?
Sure. I'll wear that red dress you gave me for my birthday.
That would be great. But you'll call me tomorrow.
Of course I will. Where's that bus? It shouldn't be late.
It will be here in 2 minutes. Okay, so you need 3 question tags here and another 3 question tags here. You can stop the video and go back to check. Ready? Let's check in the key. So these are the missing question tags. Aren't you? Don't we? Don't you? Isn't it? Won't you? And should it? I hope it wasn't too difficult. And in this dialogue, you heard some invitations and suggestions. Here are some other examples of the same thing. For example, let's dance. Shall we? Shall we have a drink? Why don't we? Why don't we ask DJ to play our song? Finally, your last task, over to you, is to make a short dialogue asking someone on a date. You have to use the above expressions. So pause the video and write a short dialogue. Invite somebody, your secret love, on a date. Okay, if you're ready, here's a checklist for you. If you think you have learned everything in this lesson, tick the sentences. And if you are not sure, or if you still have to revise, put a cross. I have understood the text and the dialogue. I can add question tags to different statements, positive and negative. I can make a short dialogue asking someone on a date. I hope you have ticked everything, that you have enjoyed the lesson, and I'll just finish off with some more suggestions for your follow-up activities. There's a great quiz at this link, so just copy the link and do the activities, do a little quiz on question tags. If you need practice with sentence stress and intonation, here are the sentence stress rules together with a short quiz at the end. And finally, if you enjoyed the song I sang at the beginning of the lesson, it's the Love and Marriage theme song sung by our famous best voice in the world, Frank Sinatra. And they've used it in the TV series Married with Children. I hope you had fun, and I hope you will enjoy your other school subjects. Goodbye. Farewell.